Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and still with our coverage of the second phase of the parliamentary elections occurring in 13 governorates around the country. And now we are delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for this morning, Her Excellency Ambassador Sou'ad Shalaby, the former assistant to the Foreign Minister. A very good morning to you, Madam Ambassador.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, Madam Ambassador, for your time this morning. And let's start, before we get into the second phase of the voting of the parliamentary elections at home, let's first discuss a bit the second phase of voting that occurred abroad over the weekend on Friday and Saturday. How do you see the procedures as well as the voter turnout in the countries abroad, Madam?
The second phase is very important. It has a very important significance because the second round comes after the first round, and there were some mishaps in the first round. That is why they are trying to avoid these mishaps in the second round, and especially that the second round is covering very strategic, powerful 13 governorates, yes, including Cairo and including Sharqiya and Arabia, of course Ismailia, many very important strategic governorates. That is why that is happening, and also because there are many expats and Egyptians abroad in the diaspora who are coming from these governorates. That is why the consulates and the embassies in all over the world were flooded with with people who wanted to vote and who wanted to give their vote to those who are the candidates who are representing these governorates and who want to become members of the House of Representatives. So those who are going to win will definitely control the National Council and will control the House. And up those votes.
Madam Ambassador, now how do you some of the organizations organize the voting process for the second phase in Egypt, and some of the changes have been done in ma'am?
Well, I can see good organization and order. Actually, the election operations were closely monitored, whether it is by the media or by those electronic media or the national media, and also the international groups who are monitoring the NGOs. And so it is, I think it will be, it will have a reaction from the people, whether they are or they are this time. The voters will show in the results.
Tell us a bit about some of the improvement measures that have been implemented phase on the observations from the or lessons in the first of the elections.
Of course, the voters who were trying to mess up the stop. I mean, it is important in this round, those who were trying to mess up were avoided to be around, and also it is important that that the important going to the voting state and for not been in round now. They are trying to encourage those who go to the polling station so that the youth is voting, because this it's not to be compromised.
Absolutely. And on that,
right, that they have to use, they have to manage.
Absolutely. On that note, how do you assess the participation of as well as youth in the first round? We saw lots of women, the even their ballot. Do you see their participation? How do you assess it in the second round of the voting?
Well, I see that there has been really, there has been, the women were very encouraged because they were found had many in the polling stations. They sure about having pass, because and there has in the first round many women have shown themselves in the media, in the because of their rights, and also the Council for Women have training for women in who have candidates, so that to give them an idea about who to choose and how to choose, and to encourage them to go to vote, so that their representation is more than what happened in the first round. So the percentage of women who are assumed position ministers also in the diplomatic also many ambassadors, women consuls in the they are in they are heading the polling stations abroad, and also as I said, the National Council for Women is encouraging and that the Parliament, more women are to reach that it is in the or in the independent.
Yes. Right. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Your Excellency Ambassador Sou'ad Shalaby, the former Assistant to the Foreign Minister. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time this morning. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, do stay tuned. We'll be right back after the short break to continue our coverage here on Nile TV International.